Sanbonan, igama lami uSipho Sihle, and I'm back with another video. So, today, this is a message to all the Africans, the Black Africans. Dear Black Africans, guys, you need to understand what's happening in the world right now. You need to understand it. South Africa and its people is the most blessed country. Let me tell you something. Nigeria, in fact, after colonialism, Nigeria was our first African hope after colonialism. But before colonialism, we had, the Mali Empire, that and the Zulu Empire. We had all these empires. But now you need to understand black people what's happening. If you don't understand what's the shift that's happening, dear Nigerian guys, we're not fighting with you. I understand you guys are looking us as little brothers. You little brothers us. You take us like, yeah, little man. But you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You most likely take yourself higher like you the giants of Africa. You used to be. Not anymore. Not anymore. So, I think, and it's not a bad thing, but this is a time for you guys to learn. The shift that we're doing in the world, um, it's always fundamental. It changes the whole world every time we make a decision. Us as South Africa, many countries do many things, but they never, become that much of a thing. But everything, when it happens in South Africa, oh, even if you can watch the movie 2012, the movie where the whole world ends, when they took those three ships, those three submarines, the only place that wasn't affected by the end of the world was South Africa. They landed in Mountain Drakensberg. I know it's a movie. I know it. But you'll understand the bigger picture. They know it too. They know it. It's not only us. Most of South African, the problem is with us. We don't know how much blessed we are. That's the problem. So this is the message to my South African people and my other African black people. Don't hate South Africans, and because we don't hate anybody. If you can follow through, like there's a video in this content where I show the relationship between South Africans and Nigerians in that movie called Jerusalem. If you have time, watch that movie, Jerusalem, by Rapulansi Pemo and other actors. That movie is an old movie, like 2007, 8, somewhere there, but it shows everything. A relationship that escalated every time between South African and Nigerian. That's why it has power. So let's remember that South Africa is a blessed land. Even in 94, let me remind you, it's not like we didn't have the manpower to take to dethrone the apartheid government. It's not that like we didn't have that manpower. They knew we had that manpower. It was gonna be a bloody war. People were ready. Everybody was ready. Everybody came over. people from exile were here with grenades, with guns, with ever. It was gonna be a bloody war. And they were gonna fly. We were gonna give them some time to fly. Or if they don't fly, it was gonna be a massacre. But we as people of South Africa, we just built different. We just built different. We just built different. South Africans, start to count your blessings. Count your blessings, dear South Africans. Count your blessings. They say we don't have land. Go to Natal or Limpopo or any other place in rural areas. They say we don't have a land. Which land? We can buy land. Go to Natal today and go to the chief and buy a 10,000 land or a 30,000 land. Let's see how much of a land is that. So I don't know. Guys, we need to count our blessings. That everybody sees the blessings, but now I think we start to realize our blessings. That's why all this, guys, let's not stop. Let's push until the real change happens, because we can't fight, stop and think things will just change themselves from that. We should fight until the change happens. Change is slow, but we should push it until, because of, we know we are the one who will spark the Africans to gain their respect. Like I told you guys, I don't think no disrespect to the Arab people, no disrespect to the white people, no disrespect to the other people, but Egyptians are in Africa, but they're not Africans, they are Egyptians. Us as black people, we don't see that there's this, and us as African, we accepted them. We thought they were one of us, because we thought, you are one of us. But guess what? They're not one of us. They don't identify as one of us. So, and it's okay. I think it's okay. I think everybody has a right to be. Like Morocco said, they are not one of us. You know why those people most of them, even Somalis, they think they're better than us. They think we are animals. Some of them live like animals in their place, but when they come to our places, they think we are animals. Some of them, I know some of them who like that. So guys, this is all about us. We need to gain the self-respect, and we don't need anybody to claiming us. Even black Americans don't want to claim us because of how Africa is, how we're fighting amongst each other, how this whole thing is happening. So South Africa is a blessing to all the African country. You know what's that blessing? That blessing is to make everybody to know, to fight for their own land. Tina, in 94, when we said, when we knew if we take it this, we saw what happened. Why would you do the same thing if you don't want the same results? That's stupid. Most Africans will criticize us for not forcefully taking the land from the farmers. That's not the problem in South Africa. Why South Africans have minority land? South Africa, the problem with us, we don't buy majority of the land. There's more land in Limpopo. There's more land in Free State. You can buy more land in Chiefs and good land for farming, because those places are fertile. Maybe if you're visiting your family, you'd find your family have mangoes, have everything. So that's not a problem. Problem is not the land. It's us. We don't count our blessings. We don't see our blessings. That's the only problem. We could, rebuild our own place in the rural areas. We think we need the government. In fact, we can drive the government there, not not the other way. We think he will drive us to the place. We can drive him to the rural areas. It's part of my plan, guys. I think I should also, I should also open a foundation where I'll be also donating, and I'll also ask everybody to donate, because personally I don't think I need fundings for my personal life. I don't need fundings for anything that's personally. I make these videos for free, for educational purpose, for making my people to wake up. I don't need money from anybody. I work for myself. I got things, got going on. This is only for educational purpose. So what I'm planning to do, I'm planning to open a fundraising where we're gonna find a place, find a place, find a place, donate, and we're gonna make it and buy a big land, very, very big land, very big land in the rural areas. Then make our own development in those places. Drive people to our places. That place. I know a place, mina, in Limpopo. My mother is from Venda. So we always go to Venda. My mother just bought another land. So I'm planning to buy a land. So I don't like doing things alone. I like to do things with people. I like to do things alone that are personally mine. But when I think it's something that involves the people, that's gonna benefit the people, or that's gonna, make the people grow, I like to be on a journey with them. I can do it on myself, but it's gonna take me even longer. So I think I'm working on a prototype, to build, to make fast houses, so we can make, like, the house is gonna be like a modern house, but it's gonna be a concrete house, and it's gonna be, safe for any weather, but it's gonna be cheaper, very cheaper than the ordinary. If you could calculate the prices of the RDP and that house, the RDP could cost more. I think it could cost a little bit more. It could cost a little bit more. Yeah. So if it can cost a little bit more, yeah, maybe if you could be, if it takes to build one house, one RDP house, it takes like 200 to 300,000 or 150,000. I don't know how much it takes, or including everything, maybe it takes 250 to 300,000. That one could take like 150 to 2,000 to 200, or yeah, something like that, or even cheaper. 180, 150, 125, somewhere there. I could say, I'll calculate, but I know it's gonna be cheaper. Then we could develop our own place. They developing Orania for themselves, and we're not bothering them, and it's okay. We love it. It's okay. But we also need to, we have our Johannesburg, we have where everybody makes money. But in the rural areas, we also need to make our own development, so that we can pressure also the government to also, because of, if we want the government to start doing things, but if we start doing things, then we pressure them to, then it's gonna be Because in Limpopo, it's very hot. We could use solar panels. We could use just solar panels to light up the whole place. The whole place. And we have the shopping center. And it's gonna be even cheaper. Because of everything in Etemakai. Like the building sand, then it's cheaper than here. And the land is cheaper. Buy a big land, then we develop it. We use solar. We use those solar panels. The problem is our government doesn't want us to have that Starlink, because of they don't wanna cooperate with the BEE. I think if we would have those type of things, we would develop our rural areas. I have so many ideas on what to do and how to do it. So that's why I'm telling you that I'm on a conquest. 16 June 2025, I hope to meet people like me who are driven to make this country rich for its people. Even when people from other countries come, maybe the illegal immigrant, they start working for us here. They don't even beg to work for white people. They work for us. We help them as brothers. It becomes better. We don't fight for the white person to accept us. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That's the most disrespectful thing we do to each other. That's why I wish many people could move back to their country so we can focus on the real things. I think this land without people don't need that land. If they needed that land, they would buy a land 1,000 rand or 3,000 in Limpopo or in Mpumalanga or in KwaZulu Natal. Come on, in rural areas. You don't need the land. That's lies, dog. Stop talking about how much you need a land. You don't need land. Guys, let's be honest. You said you need land to farm. Where? Not in the cities. Not even the government have most of the places in the cities. So where are you talking about? Those big farms. You want the farms. You want the farms. You wanna take the farms. That's what you wanna do. Why don't we build our own? We are the biggest market. You're making me angry if you think white people are the one to blame here in South Africa. That's why I'm saying in every land, everybody needs to get on their land. Every African needs to go home. Everybody. Because of, why I'm saying every African. Because they are the majority here. And they are the one in the black communities. They are the one, they are the one like we are fighting these crimes with. So if we focus on the right things, that's where white people can't stop us. That's where the development is gonna happen. That's where you guys can even come. If you wanna work for the white person, go work for the white person. If you wanna work for the Indian, go work for the Indian person. If you wanna work for the black, come work for your brother. So that's gonna be up to you if what's the condition of working. Guys, if we want land, if we really want land, you can also talk to me in the comments. Let's fundraise. Let's buy a biggest land. Learn more about farming. If you wanna even farm, buy another land for farm. But the one I was telling you about, we need to buy a land so we can develop. Limpopo is. Do you see how the mentions in Venda? Do you see the mentions? Because of where I'm from, it's closer to those places, those big ass houses. So I think little by little it needs us, and those are nice houses in the biggest mountains. We don't need to crave white people life. We have our life. We need to make it sufficient and to develop it little by little to be the places where we make a big farm. We do a big farm and sustainable farm for a longest time, for even if I could hire a white person to work with us lapaya in the farm, it's okay if because they have experience. But you can't do that if we're not. Hey guys, we have people who do in the same neighborhood. I stay in a complex. I have someone who's a teacher, doctor. What. These people in this complex, maybe in total of how much people are earning, because this complex is it's more than how in per year how much people are earning here in this only in this complex per year, because of we have like 150 houses per year. Each house uh, per year each house it's making more than 150,000 each house. So, and most of people are teachers, lawyers, doctors, and everything. So, all in all, I could say per year, as this complex, we're making like 50 million, 50 or even 25 millions. Range it's 25 to 50 million. If we were combined and think as one, have a fund, trust fund of us, where we put money, then as people start investing, maybe in developing places, maybe in Limpopo, where start developing places. What I like about Limpopo, it doesn't have much crime. That's the one thing I like. Make big farms, then we can hire people from outside who need job, from Zimbabwe, who wanna work in the farms, or people from, because guys, this is not working the way we going. We need to stand together. That's the only thing. We are blessed. Every African will learn from us to stay in their land and develop their land. Stop depending on, because if you have a nice weather, like weather here, it's very hot. I wanna in Limpopo. It's very hot. Right in the morning. Lapho we know we use most of isola solar panel. Then we start to develop. Then the government will also get through, because of there's also electricity where I'm from. The government is also trying to put electricity place by place. Then that's where we also start the development of how to even buy places to get water to, we could innovate. If we start moving, we can't, these kids can't be innovators. So if we had, that's where the kids, we will start giving the kids opportunity to be innovators, start funding the kids to learn, go in America to learn, go in, go, if we are self-sufficient, we start funding kids. Maybe in every school the top 10 is going at the top 5. We're taking the top 10, plus the government will also take other people. The top 5 is going to the local, the other the top the bottom 5 is going to the local university. The top 5 is going abroad, and at the university of their choice, if they meet the criteria. So I think us as black people, we need to unite. We will teach all the Africans, because Tina, as black people in South Africa, we are the last hope of black people in this world. You can hate it, you can like it, but when they talk about Africans, they talk about South Africa every time. Yeah, you can find Nigerians everywhere. I don't want to lie. Us as South Africa, we want to build South Africa. We trying each and every way. We would die in our land. You think we don't have guts to do what the Nigerians do? The Nigerians act like they are traveling. They like to travel, go overseas. Who likes to travel and be in that small boat, and that guy drank those two guys in the ship that was going, they were think they it was going to America, but they were caught in Brazil. So those guys were in that thing at the side of the ship. It's not the anchor, I don't know what it is, yeah, but that thing in the big ship. That guy, they stayed there for 14 days, or they drank seawater. You think that's traveling? You think he liked to travel like that? He said it was a do or die mission. If he stays, he die. If he goes, he die. So he gotta go and die. So us in South Africa, we stay and die. That's the difference between everybody. That's the difference. And we are the one who will gain the self-respect of the black people in this day, in this life, in this lifetime. You're gonna experience it. You like it, you hate it. As I'm living, I'm gonna experience it. I'm gonna experience black South African restore the black dignity, and it will be a domino effect. It will fall. Everybody will fall. Everybody in Africa. Then, after we gain our self respect, let's remember those who rejected us. Let's remember them. Let's give mercy to them. But we should remember those who rejected us. We should reject them too. Let's remember those. Most black Americans don't like Africans. You know why I'm counting those? I'm counting those because of we thought they are one of us. Then I'm counting the Egyptian because I thought the Moroccans, the Somalis, I thought because we are in Africa, they are one of us. Psych. We're playing ourselves. So I'm done with this video. I hope you like, subscribe, and share, and say something. Whether we should, because I'll do it regardless. I will do it regardless. So are we willing to donate? I'll work on it. Then we donate. I'll start. Then if people are interested to come forward, as to be the I'll write them as the funders as this project continues, if the land is bought, because of I only want the only fundraising I'm interested in is the one for buying land. After we bought land, the investors to build, we're gonna be also working with them, but also us as people, we're gonna be doing it as our own. But if you're interested in investing, you will start investing. We'll write you down. Everything will be professional. We will hire our own. We will look for a postgraduate accountant that's never had a job, that's currently under unemployment due to South African crisis, due to unemployment, so he can also work with us, gain experience with us while we gain experience with him, know the game while he knows the game, then also work with someone with experience in the game. We will grow. Government will follow us. We don't need to follow the government. To the people of in the rural areas that are building big houses, buying land, I'm coming for you to supply you to build places that you can shop, easier access, BNBs, everything. I'm coming. Farms, so I can supply everything that you're gonna need. Easier access to internet. I'm gonna be, everything. I'm coming for it. I'm gonna be giving kids platform to, because vendor kids are smart. Let's be honest. Vendor kids are very smart. They do nice things. So I'm gonna be doing those things with them, working with them, working with everybody, because in this lifetime we're gonna change South Africa, we're gonna change Africa. Africans, don't hate us, just learn from us. We are the last hope. Everybody have their time to have their hope. We are the last hope. So let's get it.